There's one more book for you. This is Parenting is Heart Work by Dr. Scott Turansky and Joanne Miller. Recently bought their entire series. This is really good source. If you're parents out there, grandparents, highly recommend this. But the core concept of this book is that the best way to help mentor or to help disciple your children is to remember that we've got to help them mold their hearts. That just trying to control their behavior doesn't actually work. Just like trying to control your behavior or me trying to just control my own behavior doesn't work. What really changes is when I feel differently, I think differently, I choose differently no matter what I think or feel. I make a choice because I want something that God wants more than I want something I want. Those things change me. And when we can convey that to our children, it's so powerful. Here's a couple of lines from the book. He says, God is interested in hearts because that's where real and lasting change takes place. God has a heart-based approach to working with people. That's where real and lasting change takes place. One other really insightful thing that he says is this: behavior modification appeals to children's resident selfishness. This is just a really convicting idea to me, not only as a parent, but just as somebody trying to do my best with my life. When I try to do things differently and I try to reward myself for that, I'm going to eat my vegetables so that I can have some ice cream. That really doesn't work. That doesn't help anything, really. I'm still eating the ice cream, and now I've also eaten a bunch of vegetables, and that kind of way of thinking just doesn't really change anything in my heart or anything. But when I make a choice in a direction, in a keystone or an atomic habit, form even just one of those, I find my choices changing almost automatically. And I believe that's what Paul is talking about in Romans 12:1 and 2, where he says that we're not supposed to be conformed to the rest of the world, but to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. And that's when we actually get to know God's will. And the secret to that is the first verse of those two, for Romans 12:1 and 2. The first verse says, therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as living sacrifices, holy and acceptable to God. When we do that on a daily basis, when we come to Him and we say, this day is yours, this body is yours, this time is yours, what should I do with it? That changes everything, and I encourage you to try that today. God bless you.